There we go. All right, my pronoun field, name sharing, name tell my twelve. If you know what I mean. Thank you guys. Welcome to see you again. Um, I want to do something quickly, just going over the lesson and see what it's actually about. So when we're translating, we know we're not far off. Is possessive pronouns. All right, so questions. Okay, my stuff, your stuff, mine and yours. Uh, more things about questions. Okay, articles and pronouns. Okay, zero article. Okay, we just get an idea of what we're looking at, and here's the box if we ever need it. Yeah, with that, let's just jump into translating right away. Let's do. Wait, how are the questions like? We are translating. Oh yeah, we're doing English. Sweet. Oh, we can even cross-reference 58 if you want to. Okay, let's just do. Uh, they're all the same. I'll just do like two each. And we'll start with most likely Ben, because we go alphabetically.
All right,
Go ahead, Ben.
sure. So my deed and yours. So Coptic keyboard up. There we go. So it would be. Are we using Holf for deed? I remember.
Freedom, I'm curious what he is intending. What's the word for? I'm getting hope. Yeah, hope.
Yeah,
That's my guess.
probably hope. Yeah.
Holf.
Yeah.
Right. Holf. So that would be Paholb. Or is it feminine? Let me check. No, it's masculine. Okay. So Paholb Uol. I remember Uol.
I'll probably go with Nem because we're adding
Yep.
two things together.
Yeah.
Right. Them and yours. And I guess are we repeating the noun? Or
No, so that's the thing. We were practicing yours and mine.
okay. So maybe Nem it's yours. Yeah. That's it.
Do you remember mine, yours, and all this? If not, we can do a quick.
I'm trying to remember if it's like Emoff or
No, it's like
Emoff.
this. So since Sahidic and Bohairic, you replace it's like poi and poke and puff. So if I want to say yours, it would be like poke. But remember in Bohairic, this would be a P, so an aspirated P.
Okay.
And for feminine, it would be a theta.
Right.
So if it's your thing, it would be like poke.
Okay.
And then in plural, it becomes an U because most all the O's, when they're preceded by an N, they become an U. That's just general in Coptic for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it would be poke.
Yeah, so this reads my deed or job and yours. I'm talking to you, singular masculine, and the thing I'm referring to is masculine because of Pahop. So looks right.
Great, thank you.
So
Right.
that is the correct. I just want to jump in real quick. That is the correct form of poke. But I'm wondering when you're just saying it like in a phrase like this, I'm wondering if it needs like a ete poke before it or im poke before it, because I don't know if you could just do like nem poke just like that. Because usually when you see like those mine yours, usually whichever dialect it is, you see like like ete pokpe, or you see like ete tokte or something.
You can see here it's like poi pe, so poi can stand on its own. This is an incomplete sentence, so this is not a full sentence. We're just doing word translation. So I think it's all right for now.
Right. So if it were a full sentence, we'd have something like pet on the end.
Right. Yeah.
This is mine. So here you go. Like pop neuma nem poten. That works for them.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. So pop pneuma min pot. Okay. So I guess you can do it.
Yeah.
If it's referring to both deeds, it would probably be plural, nah, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but in this sense, I don't think you would use the copula because this is just like a, what would you call it? Like a noun. It's just like a noun phrase by itself. You're
Right.
not like,
It's not a complete sentence.
yeah, there's no predication. You're not saying like it is my deed and yours. It's just
Right.
so,
Right. That's it. One way to make this a complete sentence, but we're not dealing with that right now. So
right. Yeah.
are we doing 2?
Yeah, go for one more.
Thanks. So his deed would be Pevhov. Font is changed. Pevhov nem and your singular feminine Pulse. Let's see.
I think it's just. I
Oh
think
no,
it's
it's just
zero ending.
a
Yeah.
0 ending. Okay, great. Or do you have to make it change it to feminine? So it would be Pulp.
Oh no, you had it right.
Okay.
Because the object here is or the what we're talking the possessed thing that we're talking about, the deed is masculine, so it would still be Pulp.
Because it refers to the masculine noun Hov. That makes sense.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Randy, do you want to do 2?
To them, sure. So our deed and theirs.
From her deed.
Oh, I missed one. Okay, her deed and yours. So Hob nem ho. I think singular. So deed singular, then yours plural. So yeah, Poten or Poten with a. And then I got to pull up the. I'll have the jinkum afterwards, but yeah, I think. Oh yeah, the yeah. 1 second. There we go. And then our deed and theirs. And Hob nem our deed and theirs. And Hob nem ho we I'm trying to remember po.
So it's deeds. So
Oh, deeds. Oh, I completely missed. Wow. Okay, let me start again. Our deeds. So nen is it? I can't remember the spelling for Bohiric. Is it Havewi like that?
let me look it up. I think it'll be the same, very similar. Bohiric. Yeah, Bewe.
Havewi. Okay.
Bewe.
And Havewi nem. I think no or new. I'm not sure.
I'll double check. New. New. So new. Makes
Or
sense.
that's for Saidic though. I think Bohiric like thinks even though you typically don't put an omicron, even though you typically don't put a omega after like N or M, I think Bohiric sometimes still does a omega after the N for ones like nay, knock, new. So if you have my yeah, you can check Malone and
I added our reference tab here, and then if you look for these,
it should show the whole series.
Oh, yeah, same thing. So it's basically same as as Sahidic, but now we know.
Yep.
We can actually do. That would be fun.
I'm hoping this is correct too, because there's apparently 5 editions of his book. Apparently the 5th and latest one I think came out like from a Egyptian or something publishing house. I don't know if it's official or not, but this one that I transcribed is the 2nd edition from like 19 I think like 1907 or something. So there's probably corrections made to it in like subsequent editions. But for like basic stuff like this, I would assume it's correct.
For which book?
For Malone's Alexis Malone's Bohairic grammar.
Got it. Cool.
It's in French.
Found another one right here. Something.
Okay.
From
Yeah,
some-
I'll assume that's correct.
somewhere on the website. Okay. All right. Thank you. Also, thank you for your book. All right. Let me try the next one. Our deeds will be the same. Nem. And yours will be same as yours, except it's plural, so I'll go with Newt. Okay, so Nen Bewi, so our deeds, or our job, our things, Nem Newton. Let me double check Newton. Oh, it should be, right? Newton, yeah, you got it right. Okay. Next one, your deeds, that'll be Peck. All right, let me just type it down. So that would be a peck. Peck, hope, nem. His. That would be hos, hof. And hof. Like hope. So your job and hof. His. Okay. That's it for me, I think. Ben, next two. Wait, this is the same thing. Oh, now we're looking at hand.
Yeah, change up the nouns.
Yep. No, we'll change it on. We'll change a
I
few
thought
things.
the same thing for a second. So the remember G tech.
Yeah. So hand is
remember
feminine.
hand. Deet? No, don't. Try to remember what hand is.
Deech.
Deech.
With a janja.
Deej?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So it's tech Deej. And we're using them again, and then his would be
It'd be feminine.
That's yours, right? Hof.
Also,
right. Thank you. And it would be theta, which is Q here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks good. So what we did from the previous one, obviously with the name change, the P and the T, they change because they refer to feminine versus object of things, and the po and the tov just what refers to object to, but what the person you're talking to remains the same. So the suffix. So prefix changes with the noun, suffix changes with the person you're talking about.
Makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
I want to jump in real quick as well, because hand is one of those like basic words you can use. You can use the old form for like prepositions, like when you say tot or tot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of originally. It's like tot.
Like this is definitely right. This is like what you would normally do, but I'm wondering if tot is an option in terms of like just referring to the literal hand, because I know you can use it in certain constructions. And there's like no number here, so we're not really like it's implied that it's like a single hand. There's no quantity or no number like that's explicitly written. But I'm wondering if you could say like tot nem tof. I'm wondering if that's an option.
I don't see like things like totk. I don't remember ever seeing it referring to an actual hand beside being part of prepositions. Like if I say the hands of the Lord, it would be Niji and tape choice. You would never use
right. I think you can like I think it more refers to like the literal hand in certain compound nouns, like when you say at least in like say I think it's in Bohairic too, but like in Sahidic, like if you say like to start out or something, you could say like he tot or like he tot or something. It's not he tot like the preposition like by like on his hand. It's he tot like from a like hiwi, like to throw or to cap or something. It's like to start out
or something.
Yeah,
typically
so
right.
it's like like I usually find it like part of something else. Like, give a hand, like teetote. Like when you say like
Yeah,
I'm helping, it's a
help,
teetote.
exactly,
Makes
yeah.
sense. But it's
Uh,
never really used just to refer to a hand literally by
Yeah,
itself.
like if you say teach, it means give someone an actual hand. But if you
Got
say
it.
teetote, that'll be give someone a hand, as in helping them.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
so just isolated to mean your hand. Like, I'm not actually sure. Like, there might be examples of it like out there in the literature, maybe that use it like that, but it obviously would be extremely rare. But it's just something I wanted to bring up as a possibility. That might be something that actually exists. But like 99% of cases, this is how you would do it, how Ben wrote it.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it shows up in compounds having the older spelling, but tends to mean something with an extended meaning beyond just meaning a hand, literally, like
Exactly.
helping, something like that, or throwing. Cool.
Yeah.
So I did have a question after this about the form of. There are two plural forms in the Coptic dictionary for deeds, and one of them has an epsilon in front of it. So I just wanted to check on. I don't think it matters if you have a prefix, but there's one that has a hevu instead of they Vewi or Haviwi. It was Haviwi.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I opt for not putting the initial eh. Like what I would assume happens is like probably later Bahá'íc speakers, when you have a word that starts with two consonants, it's like Spanish where like you have a word like, in English you have like student in English, and then in Spanish you have like, what is it, estudant or something. It's typical.
Right.
In
You can't have an initial S.
Yeah, and it just reflects obviously how speakers are pronouncing it. They had trouble pronouncing the initial consonant cluster, so they put an additional e at the beginning. I assume it's the same thing with this.
That
So
makes sense because that is a big consonant cluster with his. I mean, that just heard me having trouble pronouncing that. So
right, yeah. So I wouldn't say it's wrong if you put it, but like I personally tend to not do it because I know that's just like a result of making pronunciation easier because the original word would be without the e. So it's really up to you.
got it. Thank you. That's a really good answer. Language changing based on it being easier to say over time.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me do this one. So this is our hands, which is nen, gij. Oh no, it has a plural form, doesn't it?
No,
Julie?
not
doesn't?
well, not that I see here for Bahá'íc.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So nen, gij, nem, is tof, or yeah, because it's en tof or nof, because they're plural.
Noof or noof? Probably noof.
Noof. Okay.
I would check
I
again.
see we had that. Oh, sorry. That's where the Greek keyboard has it. There we go.
Yeah.
Oof.
Sweet. Okay, thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Randy, two more.
Okay. So his hand and ours. So Tif Chij Nem. So our hand singular. So
Hands.
Oh.
Plural.
I thought it said hand. Sorry, I missed it. Let's see. His hands. Nif Chij Nem Nen. I think noon. Noon or
Yeah, noon looks good.
his wife and mine. So his wife would be Tef. I think Bahá'íc also has a thing where there's an optional form Himi for wife, but I'm just going to do the normal one that means like wife or woman. So Tef Himi Nem I think Himi, I think.
We want to go for using the possessive pronoun.
Oh wow, I spaced. Okay. Let's see, Nem. I think toy then.
Yeah, close enough. That's Sahidic.
With the yeah.
He pronounced it very similarly, so yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, move to the next one. Her husband. So it'll be masculine because I'm referring to him, and then pes because I'm talking to her. So her husband would be hi, nem, and then assuming I'm a woman, it would be ho. So again, theta, toy. Sorry, I'm missing a seam. Sign and toy. No, this guy is masculine and poi, because the husband is masculine. Okay. All right. Okay, next section. We are done with the first part. Next one, the other law. Okay, quick review. It's using the K stuff. We have K and K for plural, wa, and we know this, kit for the other stuff. And then he was mentioning the K somewhere, K something. Well, should be around here. So the other law would be K nomos, which the other, or also, but it can also mean also, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So K would be the other, so P, K, that means the other, and then nomos for law. So the other law. And it's weird that it actually, so it's, you would think it's weird that it comes in the middle, but we actually in English have the other law, so works out. Okay. Next we have Ben for do the next two.
Sure.
I want to point out, would for the other law, would hop be an option too? So pique nomos and pique hop.
Hop is judgment.
Okay.
Let me double check quickly, but I think hop is judgment, but I could be wrong. Hop means judgment.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes in English translations you see it say law instead of judgment, but yeah, probably judgment is better.
Nomos, yeah, law.
Is there a form of ma'at that becomes law as a Coptic form versus the Greek loanword nomos? Because I know nomos has a religious connotation as well.
For law specifically, I don't think so. It usually is like has forms of like meaning like true or justice or something. So like there's like may like m.
Maybe that's right.
M eta iota, and then there's like mets may, and then like forms like that. But those I think more mean like justice or righteousness than they do like law.
And hop meaning judgment is that's more of a judgment that's passed down versus a law. So they're both legal terminology, but one is slightly different.
I think so, yeah. And you especially see hop in like compound words too, like de-hop is like to give judgment or to give a verdict. Things like that, yeah.
Okay, so let me go ahead. Thanks. Do that. So some other places, I'm trying to remember if ki has a plural form.
It does.
It does. Okay, is it kewe? Not
No, so K itself doesn't have, well, not in this case, they have kui, but for now, if you say n other, you have n other, and then if you put the plural, well, in Coptic you actually drop the n, and you have the plural other, so you have the hen and sahidik,
Okay.
and then on. I am wondering if it's worth checking the grammar. Make sure the Bukhari is good.
Okay.
I think places like the word ma, I think it has a irregular plural that's my with
my.
Because there's like there's like my niben. If I remember like the etymological dictionary, you could say like it's more common to say my niben instead of ma niben, but for like some other plural, I don't know.
So the yod on the end makes it plural essentially. My.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it would be han mai or han ma. That's something I would check.
Got it. Yeah. Do that for a second.
Because my is the plural, but I think it might be restricted in usage.
Oh, when it has han in front of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I'm looking at ma right here. Ma or my doesn't mention anything about plural. Plural.
Oh, sorry.
I
was wondering how that's different from some other places, or is it just some places?
Places, it would be. I think it would just be han kemai.
Oh, han kemai. Okay, that makes sense.
There's no mention of rules for plural.
If you, it might mention it in detail in the Crum entry.
That makes sense.
the Remen Chemie website doesn't have like all the information. It's usually too much info. There's usually, it goes into depth in the actual Crum entry. So
Okay.
I think it was Crum where I remember it saying like my is a plural for Bohairic, but like only in the phrase my Neben. But I could be wrong. But it's something worth checking out. If not now, then like on your own time.
Sure.
Then you wouldn't
So
have.
get rid of the iota on the end for now, or
It's up to you.
well, I'll get rid of.
then
Well, I'll do probably something like that for now. That's okay with you guys.
Yeah. And then I would remove the hyphens.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You want me to write it as one word or with spaces? I mean,
Like
technically
that.
it's one word. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Another day would be
right there, Mark, right there at the top where it says ma, and it says my Bohairic only with Neben, C below.
okay.
He explains it somewhere later. He's just saying like C, like I don't know how much later in the entry, but
Okay, so it's like it's ma anywhere except for my. Okay, so we can just.
That's my impression. Yeah, it's like a fixed phrase.
Okay, sounds good.
Remember what that is.
Glad you asked. It actually mentions here specifically, "uke" does not occur.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So just
okay, yeah. So it's like the opposite of English. You have "an other," so another just "an other," or you actually have it in another place, but other places. So, but in Coptic, you actually keep the han, and in singular, you actually drop the k. Sorry, you drop the u, and you just go with k day.
Yeah.
I don't remember what day is.
It's the same as Sadic, except you have to put the e in front of it for some reason.
Yeah.
So it's ehal.
Ehal. Okay, that's right.
It'd be a double Omicron and then upsilon.
Got it. Thank you.
Great,
so you do have to have a double epsilon there too because of the
K.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Randy, can I go for 2?
Sure. All right. So every day, there might be more than one option for this. Let me see. What would it be? So every day could be either.
I can only think of one.
I'm trying to like go through the options. So every day, either eho niben or it's every day. It's not like daily. It's not like talking about the span of the day. So I'm trying to remember what I've seen like in the literature for Bohairic. Eho niben is all I can think of right now, but it might be something else. If either of you remember any other options.
There's nothing I can think of that would be correct. Nothing that I know. So I know you can go with tero, but tero means all day, but that's not what we want. Or ter. I only know even. That's all I know.
Okay, yeah, I'll just keep that as is, unless I or either of you can like think of another option.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Eho niben, and every place would be, I guess like we were just discussing a few minutes ago. So like my niben.
Perfect. I actually know about that, so thank you for this. And fun fact, when we say like you have you're right, when you use niben, we actually don't use any articles.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Let me try this. That place. Oh, I think he's trying to use that in Sahidic. He wants to see. I think he's trying to use it like the Bohairic way. How would you say that in Bohairic without saying etemau?
I think it would just be p, yeah, because etemau would be like I think the more common way to say it, like pima etemau. So if not using etemau, I guess it would just be pima.
But pitini is the regular Bohairic way, and Sahidic.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So like, I don't know of another way to do it then.
Would it be with the aspirated phi or the and then eta? Remember. Does that mean that pi is this but
Actually, I thought I knew it. Not me yet. Maybe it's the one with the no.
I'm not sure if that's right. That's a different prefix.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't think that exists. Like, I know what you're trying to do. Like, you're using the the P, you know, that means it's the further demonstrative in Sahidic, but it's just the regular the in Bohairic. But there's no form of like, you know, like let me just type your. There's no form like that as far as I know. P or
Oh,
P.
that's a Sahidic form. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was a dialect issue. Okay, helpful. I immediately see something that's aspirated like that, and I immediately think it's Bohairic because
Right.
that seems to happen so much. It's like a distinguishing feature for a lot of things in Bohairic.
Okay. I can only think. I feel there might be one, but I can only think of Pima. Mau. That's the only thing I can think of. I feel there's something.
Yeah, and it depends on like it says the word that in English, which in English that means it always means, you know, like the further demonstrative, but sometimes it's still translated into English, you know, as this. So like maybe the phrase that place here, maybe it could mean like not necessarily like the further demonstrative, but like emphasis. So like if that's the case, you could maybe do like pima pi, like you're saying like that place.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean far. That's what I'm thinking. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily refer to far. Okay, until we discover it in a different time, let's go with what we know for now. It's like Nima Itemau, Pima
Yeah.
Itemau. Those are
Okay.
safe. Okay. Thank you. Next, Ben. Just, yeah, probably same problem. Actually, no. Can try something different.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those days. So, gonna do you Sydney way.
I think it's the same form in singular and plural.
Huey. Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
As
As far as I know, Achmemic is the only Achmemic or Lycopolitan is the only dialect that has a distinct plural form, and I don't even know how much it's used.
Got it. Okay. And so no I on the end. Good on the end. So Nihol, and then
I think it needs the epsilon in front of the hori.
Thank you. Those.
It still has the
Oh yeah.
Has for the knee ehal.
Nia Hall.
I think
Okay,
so.
so this is required for it. Okay, got it.
Yes.
For Bohairic, yes.
Required. Okay. Nia Hall, and then Etamau, or yeah. There we go. So Nia Hall Etamau.
Yep.
Cool. And then these days, so I always prefer this one. It's a lot simpler. So Nia Hall, and that would be pi nai. Or would you have nai Nia Hall first?
It would be. I think it would be nai ehol.
Okay, that makes sense. Nai Hall. Great.
As one word.
That's right, because it's kind of like the definite article.
Yep.
Great, thank you. Nai Hall.
Okay, thank you. Ren, did you want to go?
Sure. So the other days. So I think either Nike ehol or Enke ehol.
I'm gonna guess Ni just because it's Bohairic, but we can check Malone quickly if you want. But I feel like N isn't too Bohairic. Here we go. Nike Hiomi.
Nike Hyomi. Okay, so I guess it's correct.
Yeah. So this is what I was thinking about. So in general, it's like, and that she called those, it's like just nay.
Yeah.
But this is like pronouns. Probably it doesn't come with anything before it.
Right.
So-
Yeah. It's just ne as an equivalent of like nai as a word by itself.
Yeah. And those days, they just use nai. Yeah. Okay, we can look a few more times, but I think that's enough. Searching for now. Some other days.
So hanke ho, I think.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. The next one. Let me try it. From that place. So from we have. Oh, I think yeah. Evil. Uh, evil. Evolchen. Ima etemau. That would be my guess. So where's this?
There might be more than one option here, and it's hard to tell because this is just like an isolated phrase from that place. I know Bohairic, I know still does the evol chen, I think like Sahidic, but there's a lot of times also like, especially if you're saying like a destination, like if you're saying like from this to that, I think it's less common to say evol chen and more common to say either
The
Gene,
end.
Gene, or there's another one. It's like
Isn't
in a
isn't Gene sense?
yeah, but I think I've seen that there's Gene. Yeah, there's Gene. There's also another Bohairic one that I've seen. Other than Gene and other than Avol Chen. I'm trying to remember it though. It's yeah, I can't remember it at the moment. I think I would just
I'm looking at Jin is like Jin is short from the first. So I know Jin is like they mentioned here like Jin is like from and onward or since like it doesn't
yeah, in Sahidic at least. But I think it might be more common in Bohairic like in general, but I'm not sure. That's why I'm looking it up right now. But I would probably just keep Evol Chen unless you can think of something different. I would prefer Evol Chen over Jin personally.
okay. And then to that place would be just Epima. It okay. Well, it's tricking us with that and this and that. I don't know why it's putting so many questions on it. Okay, that's fine. All right. Next, Ben, do you want to do this one and start full sentences?
All right. So sounds good. So in that place would be he, and then
He is under.
oh right, okay. In is oh, am I thinking about hold up? This hold up. Thought it was here it is. Trying to remember where that sorry. The trying to remember where the theme is.
Therefore, in is just hen. So it's the same
Chen,
one.
okay.
Evil hen.
Well, Chen. Okay, there it is. I don't remember where this was on the keyboard. Chen. Is it Alt?
The Chai,
Yeah, the high.
it's
Alt.
Alt X.
Alt X. Okay, got it. Thank you. And then Ma and Mao. Ma and Mao.
You probably want to go with an article as well.
Oh, combine it. Oh, in that place. So
So it's like you go with an article like in the place which is there.
okay, so Ma. Sorry about that. Mao.
Music.
Great.
So I'm seeing in two places. If you guys can help me here. So in the Bible, in Exodus, I see it twice. So Nai Eho, the Etosh, Etemau. I remember Osh. Doesn't Osh means like increase?
It's like it's like the state of a shy. So like to be numerous. So it's like it has a lot of overlap in meaning, I think, with nasho or like nashof. So like I guess it just depends maybe on the noun. So like maybe something that's more like I don't know if there's situations where you can use one or the other, but they mean mostly the same thing.
Okay. So okay, so we don't need a smart part of that. Makes sense. I was kind of confused. Okay, and we also saw it was Etemau. So this is fine. Okay. All right. Ben, do you wanna do the next one? So start
Sure, I
E.
can try. I mean, I'm thinking about Volki, but that's more of like a village, right? Or Volk.
Nation. I think we discussed nation multiple times. We
We
said
did, yeah.
it's like Shlol or Laos
Oh, Laos. Okay, I
or
can do
Ethnos
slow.
or Ethnos.
I'll
Oh,
use a Coptic word.
we did
See,
Shlol.
Shlul with
Uh,
the
I think
omega
maybe
or
It's
maybe
Genos.
ethnos also.
Yeah.
and
I don't
then
know which one's preferable.
We had Genos as well. So I'm just looking at our options. We had Genos. We had Shlol. We had
Ethnos.
Ethnos. We had everything.
Yeah,
Shlol seems to be the most consistent because
it's also the least Greek option. So
yeah.
I mean, the other
Uh,
ones are Greek.
right. But okay.
Oh, sorry, it should be this. So Paishlul.
And it's just Omicron.
Ah, thank you. Paishlul, and then Peh, I think. Yeah, because the mine is in there. So my nation it is literally what's going on there. Is that right?
Not my nation. It is. This is
This nation
this
is mine,
nation
so
is, or it is this nation. So you still have need the word for mine, which we were practicing.
right, it'd be an MI.
No, it'd be similar to the ones we did up here.
Ah, okay, got it. So it would be Hoi.
Yep.
Got it, thank you. Hoipe. So Paishlo Hoipe. So this nation,
This
it is
nation,
mine.
it is
Or
mine.
literally mine it is.
I mean, you can say this nation is mine, but you can just use it just like English.
Okay, so do you need the peh here? Or you're just saying how to translate it?
I would put the pay in between them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Just there's no emphatic.
Oh, so the exact same word order as English in this case.
When everything is definite, it works out like English just fine. Once
Got
you
it.
have something definite, things move around.
That makes sense.
Sweet. Okay, Randy. I think I have time for just go for the next one.
Okay. Oh wow, I didn't realize the time. Okay. So C.
B. Just B.
Okay.
We'll do one each.
Okay. That house is not yours, singular masculine. It is Mary's. So let's see. That house, P, I think PA, PA, or
Yeah, that looks good.
because I'm trying to think like the form with the form without the iota. I'm not sure if it's just regular P or if it's like because that's what you would expect. But I know there's sometimes where it starts with a vowel where you don't necessarily do the. Where it's still
that would be the vil nor, so none of them.
Right.
So the pay is fine.
Okay, so PA at the Mo, PA at the Mo is not yours. So I think, and let me copy the Jingham real quick. So I think it would be Pimai Tamo N, okay, singular masculine. So N Pof, I think, and Pof, or Anpe, and Pof Anpe, I think.
Why the N is here?
Because it's a negation. You have that optional N before the noun.
Oh, because you moved the P to the end. This sounds right. I'm not sure why the P is not in the middle. Like, I'm not sure why. Like question, like in A, would you say by shlol pe poi or by shlol poi pe?
Right.
That's what I feel. So actually, we can look up a verse like "The vengeance is mine" and see what it's like. So that's Romans 12:19. Just want to see what it's like. There'll be a similar structure. I want to see where the P goes. Verse written. J invasion for Anok P. Okay, that didn't help.
I'm not sure what we're doing for Mary. Are we saying like Maria or Miriam?
Just Maria is fine.
And like and this is another issue. So like for it is married, like like it is of Mary. I'm not sure if because I don't think you could say like I don't think you could say en Miriam like to say of Mary. I think it would have to be inte. I think this is an example where you'd have to say inte.
This is where we use ta and pa. These ones.
Oh, that series. I remember. Yeah. Now I remember. So it would be pa. I think pa Mariam pa.
Yeah. So this is it is so Mary's and P. It is Mary's. That looks good. I'm just not sure where the P should be. Should it be PA etemau unpay pof or impov unpay? That's the part I'm unsure about. Maybe I can check the book.
And why is the MPOF required there? Is it just yours? It is not basically.
Yeah, like if you just the way I see it is like if you get rid of the first part, if you don't include the PA at the mouth, if you just say pof anpe, like so pofpe would be it is his.
Right.
And pof anpe would be it is not his.
I see.
But yeah, I'm open to correction, but that's just how I was approaching it.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I've seen that before. I'm just wondering why that happens here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you good on time, Mark, or do you have to go?
I think we can call it a day.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm not sure where the pay should be.
And the paw just shows ownership. Before Miriam.
I think it's like where the pay goes is basically is poi considered definite or indefinite? I think it will be considered definite. And if it's definite, that means the pov comes after the unpay. So it'll be, if you want to put the n, it has to be in the beginning. It'll be unpay pov. This is what I would guess it would go if we're calling it that. Because these two can't come together, right? Like this is pay in the middle, here's pay at the end. Assume it's not feminine. Sorry, not negated. You would want to say pay etemau. Right, I was saying pov pay, but in here we said pay poi. So which one it is? You know what I mean?
Sense to keep the same word order as this one, where the pays in the middle, like English.
This looks more right to me, but it would be nice if we can actually double check. But it does make sense that it just considered definite.
Yeah, because I feel like I would be inclined to put the pay in the middle too, like you guys are bringing up, but I feel like it would change the meaning, at least in English. So like it would change from that house is not yours to it is not that house that is yours or something. So
like some kind of thing.
I'm not sure if that's like significant in changing the meaning or not. That's why I'm really not sure. This just felt more natural to me, but like I could be wrong.
But the one you have right now is the one that means it is this house. It is not yours. So you actually have that house, and here you have it is not yours. This is what we have right now in Coptic.
Real
So if
quick,
you
could you
wanna-
guys remind me what the pa is doing there? It's why it's not ente?
Oh, this
that-
one?
Yeah, forgot about what that was.
It's the series that means like belonging to or of. So like instead of like repeating the noun, like like there's phrases like in old like in Bohirakim, and you have this like I'll just type real quick and then erase it. So like
Good.
instead of saying like like those of, if you want to say like those of heaven and those of earth, like you don't have to type an explicit noun. You could just say like what is it? You could just say like na, na not what is it?
Non-inferior.
Yeah, like na or just a singular in the sense. Like you could say like na to pay and
Okay.
na the
Oh, like those belonging to. Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, thank you.
and it's
And
like it's like
that
you see it in-
form only changes with the definite article in front of it. So
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like you see it in names too. Like like when you say like Papanuti, it's just a way to say like like he of God, like he belonging to God, like
Okay.
the-
that's a really good example. Thank you. Helpful.
Looking at this example and a few others in here from the exercise, I think the pay goes in the middle.
Okay.
I saw it's like one. Not top pop, never mind, I can't find it. Or no, it's not this one. I thought it's this one, but it's not this one. I think it's just like how we saw earlier, it would be in the middle, and then when you negate it with the current with the affirmative form, which pay will be in the middle.
Yeah, I would say go with that then, unless any of us can find examples that say otherwise. Like if you have an example, then I would just go with how that is. So if you want to move the pay, like you're free to.
Let's try to find an example. It'll be fun to actually know what it would look. Basically, or even an example like this, where is the pay in the middle or after?
Yeah.
It
That's
feels
because the pay is in the middle in that. So like it might be the same thing for B. So
because if this is supposed to be in the middle, then this unpay will have to move around to here, and the end moves to the beginning.
And would the on stay at the end, or would it still be next to the pay? That's the other
Un
thing.
always precedes the pay, so un
Okay, it's
follows.
always right before it. Okay.
Sure.
You
But
never
it'll be
have
fun
on.
an example instead of guessing. Instead of me guessing, because I'm just guessing, but I would want to find an example.
That makes sense. Cool.
All right. All right. Let's call it a day. That was
Sounds good.
fun. And
Happy
hopefully
New
next
Year,
time
guys.
finish up the sentence and do one more lesson.
Sounds good.
All right. Happy New Year, guys. Enjoy.
You too.
Happy New
Bye.
Year. You guys.
Happy New Year. Bye.